Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz, and in this tutorial I want to show you a little bit about the view menu in Act. The view menu has a ton of stuff on it, and I'm going to go up and click on that. You'll see that anything you want to access in Act, you can virtually get to it from right here. So you have the ability to get to different areas of Act if you don't remember how to get there for whatever reason. And again, this is something that I'd urge you to go and look at because there's so many options here. I don't know what you know and don't know. So this list is a great way to experience some of the aspects of ACT that might not be readily apparent to you. For example, there's something called ACT Insight. And I'm going to click on that real quick, and you're going to see we're going to go to an Insight area. And there are certain things in ACT I'll tell you right up front that I barely use. This is one of them. I'm going to go back to View, and I'm going to go down next, away from the Insight, and I'm going to go all the way down to the Dashboard in ACT. And I'm going to click on Dashboard. Now the Insight area you can fix on your own. You can customize it on your own. But this is the ACT Dashboard, another way to get to it, an area you probably weren't even familiar with, and we can talk about this at a later date. I'm going to go back to View. If we want to see our groups list or our groups, reports, want to take a look at all the reports we have in here? These are all the common reports that you can generate in ACT. So the View area, I think, is a great way to make yourself aware of different things that are available to you in ACT. Go look at this, go explore each and every area in the View area, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with some of the things that are here that you did not know existed. Also, I want to draw your attention way down to the bottom. One of the things about ACT is ACT has the ability to attach outgoing and incoming emails in certain versions. And if that doesn't work for you, there's technology and new add-ons that will allow you to create that scenario if you have an older version of ACT. Having said that, a common complaint I get is someone will send an email to a contact and say, hey, wait a minute, I don't see that email I just sent in the history area of that contact. And typically what happens is as you're on that contact, there's two ways to get that email to show up in history. One, you can navigate away from the contact briefly, come right back to it, and chances are you'll see the history. What you've done is, in essence, is refreshed the view of that contact. You sort of updated it. But if you don't want to navigate away from the contact, I want to draw your attention all the way down to the bottom where it says refresh. The refresh option, if you click on that, will update the data for that particular contact. The keyboard shortcut is F5, and that's typically what I'll use because this is too many steps. I'll just press F5 and then the updated information will typically show up in the history. But the other thing I want you to observe about this View menu is the fact that to the far right of all these options, not all of them, but a lot of them, there are keyboard shortcuts for doing things that you might do all the time. So for example, review these, review some of the options, review the shortcuts, and I think you'll start to gain a better understanding of some of the things you can do within ACT and some of the areas in ACT that you might not even know exist, like ACT Insight and like the dashboard. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you so very much for being here. This is a great way to learn about ACT. Have a good day. Bye now.